And David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up to the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into mine hand? And the Lord said unto David, Go up, for I will doubtless deliver the Philistines into thine hand. And David came to Baal-perazim, and David smote them there, and said, The Lord hath broken forth upon mine enemies before me, as the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal-perazim. And there they left their images, and David and his men burned them. And the Philistines came up yet again, and spread themselves in the valley of Rephaim. And when David inquired of the Lord, he said, Thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them, and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. And let it be, when thou hearest the sound of a going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then thou shalt bestir thyself. For then shall the Lord go out before thee, to smite the host of the Philistines. And David did so as the Lord had commanded him, and smote the Philistines from Geba until thou come to Gazer. 2 Samuel 5:19-25. My friend, behold this ancient drama. David, the child of promise, stands before his inner Philistines, those thoughts and fears that dare defy his assent, and he inquires of the only power that moves the unseen. In that stillness he discovers his own I am, the Father within, and hears the word, Go up, and see how the torrent of water bursts through the levee, Baal-perazim, the breakthrough of your human imagination, shattering every idol you once worshipped in the outer world. Burn them. Let all images of lack and limitation ignite in your heart's altar, for they have no place where divine consciousness reigns. Yet the Philistines return, encamped again in the valley of Rephaim, the valley of the dead past, the valley of doubts. How shall you conquer? Again you must inquire, not of earth's logic, but of the living presence. You are told, compass behind them, march round in the secret chamber of your mind, and watch for the whisper in the mulberry trees. That sound in the treetop is the rustle of your own creative power at work. When you hear it, when imagination stirs, you rise as one, and the unseen host goes out before you, routing every foe from Geba to Gazer. This is the very science of revival: to inquire, to imagine, to act upon the invisible command, to know that victory is already accomplished within. The breach of waters is the flood of your own thought released. The compass is the wise circling of your attention around the unwanted circumstance. The sound in the trees is the living Christ, your own imagination, heralding triumph. Thus you learn to go by the winding way, to burn all external images, and to trust the inner voice. Then shall the Lord your God, your own I am, deliver every hostile force into your hand, and you shall reign securely in the land of fulfilled desire. In Neville's terms, David represents your waking I am consciousness, and the Philistines are inner doubts or old beliefs resisting your chosen reality. When David inquired of the Lord, think of that as a moment of inner inquiry shifting from problem thinking into the silent receptive state of your own divine I am. The two engagements, Baal-perazim and the valley of Rephaim, depict two states of mind, a straightforward breakthrough versus a more subtle, strategic circumvention of resistance. The first battle, Baal-perazim, is a direct, fearless assertion of faith. You declare, I now imagine success, and your inner Christ, imagination, breaks forth as a flood through old patterns. The left-behind images that David burns are those outdated mental pictures you must dissolve. The second battle reveals the deeper law of circling your objections. You go about behind them, by imagining from a new vantage behind the scenes of doubt, and then act when you feel the inner sound, the first stir of belief in the imagination's mulberry trees. At that cue, the creative power, Christ, surges forward to uproot every limiting thought. This passage unveils the reader's inborn authority to command reality through deliberate use of I am plus imagination. You are both the questioner, David inquiring, and the answered Lord within. The true weapon is your word act of imagining. The sound in the mulberry trees is that unmistakable inner prompt, your own creative impulse, announcing that the moment to manifest has arrived. Begin by gently becoming aware of your own Philistines, the voices of worry and scarcity that crowd your mind. Once you have identified these limiting beliefs, Allow yourself to settle into a brief stillness, and in that quiet space ask, "Shall I go up?" Let your attention shift away from outer circumstances and rest instead on the deep, unshakable knowing of your I am. As you do, bring to life in your imagination the outcome you wish to see, picturing it as already accomplished. This is the moment the flood at Baal Perazim is released, sweeping away all barriers. If you meet any resistance, simply circle that feeling by envisioning your success from a fresh perspective, returning again and again until you hear that subtle inner rustle of confidence. When that signal stirs within you, move forward speaking or acting with full conviction. And if lingering doubts remain, dissolve them by directing unwavering focus on the new scene, effectively burning away every last trace of uncertainty. In practicing these steps, you live Neville's revolutionary truth. You are the very ground of being, and through your human imagination you wield the creative power of Christ to bring any vision into form.